In Design Task Introductory 5, we are asked to produce a semi-automatic circuit. We are going to use a 3-2 roller valve as the sensing element in this circuit, and this video will describe how we label up the 3-2 roller valve on FluidSim. There is an international drawn standard for fluid power circuit diagrams. That drawn standard is ISO 1219. It stipulates that we have to use 5 separate layers for the drawings. Layer 1, our actuators sit in. Anything for speed control is in layer 2. Directional controls such as 5-2 valves sit in layer 3. The logic valves that govern the sequence the circuit operates sit in layer 4, and any air preparation sits in layer 5. We are going to use a logic valve, a 3-2 roller valve, to detect when the cylinder extends. On the circuit diagram, the 3-2 valve has to sit in layer 4. When we come to build the circuit, the logic valve will be situated up here, so when the cylinder extends, it pushes against the roller. To identify and convey this information, we're going to use labels. We're going to label up the roller valve, and then we'll indicate where the roller valve would be located with the same label. On the board we're displaying the circuit that satisfies the design brief. We've assembled this on a pneumatic version of FluidSim, and here we have the 3-2 roller valve that we're going to use to detect when the cylinder is fully extended. First thing we need to do is to add a label. To do this, we need to drag our cursor onto the roller part of the roller valve until the crosshair is over it and the roller turns green. If we double click that, it allows us to attach a label. We're going to call this roller 1S2. The 3-digit code describes that this roller will be attached to the first cylinder in the circuit. S tells us it's a switch, and so sits in layer 4, and the number 2 indicates that it's the second switch in that layer. I've typed the description 1S2 into the label box, and clicking OK attaches that label to the 3-2 roller valve. So we know where this roller valve is going to be located. We need to use something called a distance rule. We can find the distance rule in the pneumatics folder, and it is in the actuators folder, and we just drag that distance rule out and snap it on above the end of the piston rod. If we double click the distance rule, it allows us to add a label, and we would add the label of 1S2, and then it asks where would we like it to begin sensing and end sensing. And as we're going to use this roller valve to tell us only when the cylinder is fully extended, the begin point is going to be 100mm because the cylinder has 100mm stroke length, and the end point will be 100mm. So the roller will only be made when the cylinder is fully extended. If it's extended 99mm, the cylinder is not made, and on the retraction side, as soon as it retracts to 99mm, the switch opens up again. So we've got the label in and the coordinates in, and then we click OK. We can see now that on the distance rule we also have that label of 1S2. When we come to build this circuit, we should be able to identify that this roller valve has to be located up here to detect when the cylinder is fully extended. We can simulate operation by pressing play. The dark blue lines show where the compressed air is. So at the minute we've got compressed air to the 3-2 push button, but it doesn't go to activate the 5-2 valve. We push the button, the cylinder extends, and as it hits the roller valve, the air is put into port number 1-2, so the 5-2 valve changes over and the cylinder retracts. Here we have the circuit on the pneumatics kit, and we can see this is where switch 1S2 is located. So when the cylinder extends, strikes the roller, and the roller would make it retract automatically. If we put the compressor on, we can watch this in action.